Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I was thinking about a concept the other day. I was thinking about which comes first when you want to change things. Does the action come first or does the mindset come first, right? There's really three elements here, and we're going to talk about each of them, which is action, mindset, and feelings. And I want to lay this out for you and give you the formula that's going to help you to understand how those things relate and what has to come first if you want to change your life. So let's talk about these three things. So first of all, you've got action. Action is doing stuff, okay? It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't have to talk about that much. Let's say that you took action and you didn't know anything, you didn't feel like anything, you would just be doing random shit, okay? Doing whatever you think that you're supposed to do, okay? We've got the mindset, okay? Now mindset is what you believe. It could be your self-belief, it could be what you know, your knowledge or your wisdom, and it's basically the tactics of what you believe. The mindset, it could be influenced by books, it could be influenced by what other people say, your worldview, that's your beliefs, okay? And then you've got your feelings, and this is how you feel about the thing, and that changes from time to time. Feelings are the most volatile, right? You're feeling, someday you're feeling good, someday you're feeling bad, you're feeling like you should do this, you're feeling like you shouldn't do this, you feel motivated, you don't feel motivated. Feelings change all the time. So what most people do, okay, and this is why most people don't stick with things, this is why most people aren't successful, this is why most people fail to accomplish what they want to in life. What most people do is they go by feeling first, right? This is the people that follow their passions, but then their passions change because their feelings change, because passion and feeling are the same thing. And when I say that, some of you are like, wait a minute, no they're not. Well, let me tell you why they are. Here's the thing. Passion, if you want to bring passion to something, how do you do it? Is it a feeling? Is it something that you interject into it, right? You bring passion. Passion is a feeling that you choose to bring, right? You might have passion, but it's a feeling, okay? So a lot of people, most people, they go on that. They feel their passion. They have a feeling of passion for a thing, and so they pursue that thing. And they change, their mindset changes maybe, but their feelings definitely change, and so they don't end up following through on action. They want to quit smoking, you know, they have a feeling, they feel like they're going to do this or they're going to conquer the world, they feel like they're going to wake up at 6 a.m. the next morning and go for a run, and then that morning they don't feel like it, okay? So that's one aspect, all right? Then we've got the other aspect, and feelings, by the way, they influence what you do on a day-to-day basis, right? And how you feel about how you do what you do, okay? Next, we've got the mindset thing. So now, I think a lot of people, they think that if I change my mindset, and I believe this to some degree, and I've talked to you about this a lot, but if I change my mindset, then my feelings and actions will change as well. And to some degree, that's true, okay? And to some degree, you can make that happen, right? There's ways to change your mindset. You can listen to books, you can read books, you can listen to videos, right? You can have people inspire you and influence you, and you can research things and study things, and it may change your mindset, okay? But how many people have the mindset change but still don't have the actions, or sometimes they don't have the feelings, right? I think most of us know we have the mindset. We know what things are good or bad for us, right? It's not like we don't know. We have knowledge, and we've got the mindset. We've got the determination at points in our lives to make change in our lives, to try and accomplish our goals. But do we actually follow through? Do we actually take action? And a lot of times, if you have the mindset, you'll start to take action, okay, but then your mindset kind of changes. It wanders over here. It's hard to really, and this is where I'm getting at, is it's really difficult to change one's mindset, right? Have you noticed how difficult that is? Like, you think you've changed your mindset, but what you've really done is you've changed your feelings temporarily, because the mindset reverts back, okay? Mindset shifts that really happen, that change our identity, those are the permanent ones that ground us, right? There's a really good book on this called Psycho-Cybernetics. I highly recommend it if you haven't read it already. I recommend it all the time because it gives you the basics of self-identity and how you can't act but in any way but what you are, okay? And so you have to change what you are, what you believe. So I think a lot of people, especially a lot of you I know, watch this channel, and your mindset's changing, or it's sort of changing, but we're not seeing action, okay? And I think a lot of people, and this is one of those things, right? They think if I just change my mindset, then action will happen, and I'll feel good about it. And that's not necessarily true, right? A lot of people that try to get over their fears, a lot of you guys, okay, I'll tell you guys, right? You're trying to get over your fears of talking to girls, of social anxiety, right? Of all of these things. And I had a fear of airplanes for a while. You can check out the video I did when I was getting over my fear of roller coasters, right? Using some of the techniques I'm talking about now. But a lot of you guys, you think that you're going to get, quote, red pilled, and you're going to change your mindset and it's going to change your actions. And even though your mindsets change, have you noticed how your actions are not changing? Okay? That's interesting, right? So you know now you've had your mind open, you've been enlightened to some degree, but nothing's happening. So now I'm going to lead you to the last one, which is actually the first one. This is where you actually need to start if you want changes, and it's action, okay? And so now all of these things are important, right? Especially mindset. But if you want to change your mindset more than anything, I had come up with this idea of faking it till of deciding the person I wanted to be, and then acting like that person, and then becoming that person. And I still practice that today. This is the way that you change. This is the way that you transform, because just thinking about it, just having that mindset is not enough, right? So this is that whole act as if. I love this concept of act as if. I've said it many times. I know a lot of people have said it. I can't claim credit for act as if, but it's such a powerful concept. That's why so many people have come up with it or reused the concept, okay? So act as if means like whatever you want to be, whatever you want to become, whatever result that you want, whatever reality you want, act as if it's already happening. Act as if it already is true. Act as if you are already the person you want to be. So when you start acting as if, and that's action, then mindset changes and you become. And here's how this works. It's kind of interesting how this works, right? Because mindset has to change. But what I alluded to before when I talked about mindset is that mindset, we think we've changed it, but it's so much harder to change, right? What we've done is we've changed it at a surface level, our conscious level mindset. We know smoking is bad for us. We know eating KFC, although that honey chicken is so fucking good, that it's bad for us, right? We know all these things. We know we should go to the gym, but we don't know it as a subconscious. We don't really believe it. We're telling ourselves it. We have the knowledge of it. We know that, you guys, that we should not be afraid of what's the worst that's going to happen. Rejection is not a big deal. Like go and talk to girls, obviously, right? But we don't internalize it. It's not really, we don't believe it at our subconscious level because you can't change what you believe, not directly. But if you want to change with what you believe, here's the key, here's the secret. It doesn't start with feelings. It doesn't start with trying to change your mindset. It doesn't start with reading a whole bunch of shit to change it, and watching a whole bunch of videos. Although that stuff will make you feel like you've been enlightened, it starts with action. If you take the action of the person that you want to be, you will become that person, and your mind, your subconscious mind will say, hey, you know what? That's fucking weird. You just started running every single day. You must be a runner, right? But if you try to go the other way, if you're like, I feel like running today, that's a bad way, right? Tomorrow you're not going to feel like running, and then you're not going to run anymore. Or if you try to change your mindset and you're like, man, I just read 15 books on running and the benefits of running and how good it is, and I am psyched up to run. I have changed my mindset. I know that it's good for me. I'm going to do it, okay? And then you go and you run, but you don't feel like you're a runner. But if you skip the whole book reading and you skip the whole feeling thing and you've made some decision and you just say, you know what, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm just going to take action. I'm just going to start running every single day. Then your mind will say, your subconscious mind will say, gee, based on your actions, you must be a runner, all right? If you go out there, you guys, and you go and you talk to girls and you just make conversation and you just overcome that anxiety, right? If you're waiting for it to happen because your mindset's going to change, it's not going to happen. But if you just say, you know what, fuck it, I don't even know what I'm doing, I'm just going to go take action, guess what will happen? Your subconscious mind will say, hey, that's interesting. I thought you were a shy and socially anxious person who's afraid of rejection, but you keep on talking to people. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Wait a minute. This can't be right. You must be a confident alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking here, but you must be confident, right? You must have these attributes that I didn't think that you had internalized, and now it becomes reality, and you've got the evidence of it, right? Same thing. You want to be fit? Go to the gym, become that person, right? You want to be a hard worker, you want to stop being lazy. Don't wait for your mindset to change for suddenly you don't feel lazy anymore because you've read all the productivity studies and you've read all these books on productivity. So many people are productivity junkies because they read all these fucking books on productivity and they try all these productivity techniques, but it all comes down to this. Stop being lazy, just start working really hard. Right? If you start doing that and you stop wasting any time, you just say, fuck it, I'm just going to work really hard. The system or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to give it my 9 or above, watch a video on that as much as I can. You're going to be a productive person by the actions that you take. So that's it. So that's the key thing. Remember here. And here's the last part of this, okay? When you take the actions, okay, the actions are going to influence the real mindset, your core beliefs. When those core beliefs change and you're doing it and you're having success, guess how you're going to feel? You're going to feel good. You're going to feel good about what you're doing because it's your identity. When you're doing what you're born to do, what your identity is, you feel good. When you're doing shit that you don't want to do, that you feel like you're being forced to do because it's not you, because you're trying to make a change, you don't feel good. So what does that says? Two things. One, that once you habituate to this and you actually do change the beliefs and mindset, you will start to feel good about doing this action that you didn't feel good about before. I didn't like to run. Now I run so much that I'm like, I feel good about it because I'm doing what I do. I'm a runner to some degree. You see what I'm saying? But here's the other thing, the other side to this coin, which is when you're taking those actions, which is the first thing that you're going to do, right? It's not going to feel good. It's going to feel like a kick in the nuts. It's going to feel horrible, okay? It's going to feel bad because you're taking action before you've changed the mindset, but that's fine. Just recognize that those feelings are going to be nasty and that feelings don't matter, that no one cares about your feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. What I care about is you taking action, and if you take the action and you repeatedly take the action, you will change your mindset, and that will change your feelings, and it will all come together. But if you start from feelings, if you start from mindset, it's not going to work because you can't directly change your beliefs. You can indirectly do it by what you do because you always have to be consistent with yourself. But then you start taking actions as if, fake it till you make it, act as if you were that person or that you had already achieved that thing, and then you will become it. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you would like to make sure that you don't miss any videos, make sure you click that bell. I'll talk to you next time. Take care and take action.